On this Tuesday morning, we are excited to welcome back Master Mom Amanda Olson, and we're talking about a pretty universal subject here, especially among young children. How do we teach those children to share? I mean, it's such a simple topic, but a lot goes into it. I mean, I've raised two boys, and when they were younger, getting them to share is a task.
It is. You know, we're not born with that instinct to share.
Right.
You know, it's not something that we want to do. It's not something a 2-year-old wants to do. So we do have to teach them. And it's kind of interesting. I was thinking about this, about how you have to teach little kids everything. And one of the first classes that I taught a long time ago was to 4- and 5-year-olds, and I asked them to do 10 jumping jacks. And well, none of them knew how to do a jumping jack. And it just was a realization to me is, oh wow, you know, we have to teach them this, you know, and so teaching them sharing is very similar. What I recommend for teaching sharing is to do it when they don't have to share.
Right.
You know, so say for instance you're home and you're with your 3-year-old and you say, okay, let's share this snack. Right. You know, and you make it a pleasant and positive experience. You take a bite, I'll take a bite, or let's take turns playing with this toy, you know, and let them play and say, okay, it's mommy's turn, or it's dad's turn, and then make it a positive experience. So when they go and play with their other friends and things like that, you can use it to teach them. Don't expect them to do it on their own, you know, and if you use that time where they don't want to share with other friends, you know, you get embarrassed and you're upset, and it makes sharing seem like a negative thing. You know, you took my toy away from me. You know, it's not a positive experience.
And so making it positive, and also I guess leading by example. I mean, if they see you sharing with folks, maybe they'll pick up on it.
Absolutely. You know, children learn so much by observing you. It's not always what you say, it's what you do.
Right.
You know, so if you want them to have the tendency to be kind to others and share, then you have to set that example too. You know, they are watching. And
it's not only tangible things like toys or food or things. It's also, sometimes it's just sharing time. I mean, if they're in a group, in a peer group, sometimes it's just being out there, sharing themselves.
Right, and sometimes, you know, when they're in a group also, some kids want to be the ones, they raise their hand every time. They want to be the one, you know, so learning how to share time with others and letting everybody have a chance to talk or take a turn. It's just something that we as adults have to be patient with while we're teaching them to do that.
And I think that's the thing. I mean, we all as adults, we have those days. And patience sometimes wears thin. But sometimes you just got to step back a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, you know, just take that deep breath, count to 10, and then when you're home, say, let's talk about, you know, how do you think that made your friend feel when you wouldn't share, you know, and how would it make you feel if they didn't share with you? So next time, let's think about that first.
The whole walk a mile in their shoes.
Right.
So, do you find this when you're teaching your classes? Do you find that it's when you're doing practice drills and things of that nature? Is it hard to get them to share that time sometimes? Sometimes
it is. Some kids are. You know, they want to be in the forefront a lot, you know, and I like to give them that opportunity because, you know, obviously they're comfortable with that. I want to teach them how to do that. But I also need to call on the other children to answer the question or to show the move and, you know, give everybody their time, you know. So again, by example, showing them how to share.
Do you find that teaching your own children and teaching the children that you teach in classes, this is one of the harder lessons you have to teach along the line? When
you're working with the toddlers, the little guys, you know, preschoolers, it is tough to teach, you know, and that's why, you know, going back to what I said previously, teaching them at home when it's you and the family and say this is how you do it. And you know, if you find yourself in a situation where the kids are playing and one kid runs out and is crying, you know, Johnny won't share with me, or he took my toy, the tendency is to get upset and you know, but it might be a better example to say, oh, you know, take a break from the adult time and say, well, let's play together, you know, instead of, you know, getting upset with the child, because they really don't understand, you know. At 4 years old, they want this and they want to play with it. And
they know it's theirs and they want to keep it.
Yeah. I remember when my children were really little, one of the first things that my brother taught my kids to say was mine.
Yes.
And I was like, thanks a lot. You know, that is really not helpful at all.
Not mom or dad, but mine.
Right, you know, so they do have that fun thing
Right.
of going, no, mine, you
Yes.
know, and we don't want to encourage that too much, you know.
And this is a great opportunity to you, like you said, for some one-on-one time. And that's just one of the aspects of that one-on-one time that really can lead to great fruits down the line.
Right, and you know, playing games with the kids, and if you have, you know, more than one child, learning to take turns as a family is great.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You always bring such great information.
Well, thank you.
And we got a web address right there at the bottom, an email address, I'm sorry, right there at the bottom. If you'd like to ask a question of our Master Mom, please check it out right there at the bottom of the screen.
Thank you.
The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by